Hey guys, welcome to your 43rd MySQL tutorial. And just so you know, I already record MySQL tutorial. And I already actually recorded like this and the next like 4 videos or whatever. So yeah, I'm recording it again because I lost all the footage. So I think I'm just gonna like get like a spare camera beside this one just to record in case this one does something stupid. But I don't know. But whatever. So in this video I'll be going over text functions. So there's a whole bunch of them and I'll be explaining what they do and how to use them, and occasionally I'll give you a good use for them, but sometimes you're not really sure until you need them. So it's a good idea to familiarize yourself with all of, or some of the most common text functions. I won't be going over all of them, but I will be getting into a bunch of them. So stick with this, and I'm sure you'll learn a lot, and this will be good for your MySQL knowledge database. Like your... Here are 2 common functions, length and char length. Alright, but they're very similar, but they're kind of different. I know that didn't make any sense, but whatever. Basically, this length will tell you how many bytes is in your word. This will tell you how many characters. For example, if I put within these parentheses here, if I put hey, I'm going to get the response probably 3. And if I put it up here, I'm probably going to get 3 also. Because these are probably, it depends on your character set and a bunch of other stuff, these are probably 1 byte characters. But for example, if I use a less common character, it may count for 2 bytes. And if you remember, that's how characters are stored. Binary data, a byte is 8 bits, which allows us to create a bunch of characters. So yes, this will tell you how many bytes are in your word, and this will tell you how many characters. So if you need to figure out how many characters are submitted or in something, use character or char length underscore length in parentheses. So it'd be like this, in parentheses here. So this is what you put in parentheses, and that will give you how many characters you have. So these actually take 2 arguments, and the first one is a string, and the next one is a number. For example, Caleb. Here's my string, 5 characters long. If you use left, it's going to take a certain amount of characters off the left side and return those. If you use right, it's going to take a certain amount off the right side. So if I put left Caleb, comma, 3, the returned result is going to be Cal. So the same thing for right. If I use Caleb 3, it's not going to turn Cal, it's going to turn Leb. Caleb. So it'll take these 3 characters, 1, 2, 3, because you put them up here and asked for 3 of them off the right side by using the right function, and it returns this. So basically you just give it a string, tell it how many characters to chop off, and it'll return those. It won't get rid of them, it'll get rid of everything but that. So if I have a big word like pizza, because that's 5 letters also, and put 3 at the end, it'll give ZZA. So right, you get the point. I'm just rambling on now. The next one I have to show you is trim. This one is actually a bit more in depth. Oh shoot, stupid. Focus. Focus! Can't you see I'm trying to get things done? So the next one I have here is trim. Oh my gosh. So the next one I have, oh. Okay, here, you see me? You see me? Focus on me. I'm going this way. So the next one I have here is trim. This one's a bit more in depth, but I will be trying to explain it the best I can. What you put within here is a string with spaces trailing or leading. So if I have in parentheses space, 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 these just represent spaces, they're not underscores. So hey, with like 40 spaces and like 20 spaces, that better not have went out of focus. So if I have hey with 20 spaces on like each side, it's going to trim these spaces off, so the result will be this without the extra spaces. But you can actually use this for more stuff. Okay, so don't freak out, but there's 3 options you can also add to this if you want to make it more in depth. Leading means at the beginning, so I can take something that is leading away. For example, I can say trim, then I can say leading, and then in parentheses I could put a C, then I could put from, and then put Caleb in parentheses, which I'm out of space here. Not parentheses, in quotation marks. And it's going to take any leading C's, so it's actually going to get rid of this. And I can also put in a here, and it'll get rid of that also, the A here. So if I used both, then it would remove C's. So let me go back to C's here. So I have an A here. If I use both, it would get rid of C's at the beginning and also at the end, because it takes the leading C's and also the trailing C's. If I use trailing, it's only going to take C's from the end. And as you can see, there's no C's at the end, there's only a B. So if I take this and replace this with both, let me show you an example here. Both B in parentheses from Caleb. The returned result, the result it gives you is going to be C-A-L-E, not Caleb, because it takes both the beginning B's and the ending B's and gets rid of them. But there isn't any B's at the beginning, that's why it's still like that. Hopefully that made sense. Let me try and explain that a little better. So let's say we have a string, and it is yay, and like 500 exclamation marks here. That's a lot, but I'm only going to write 6. So if we use trim, we could say trim, in parentheses, we could say, in the parentheses say, trailing, and then in parentheses here, quotation mark, not quotation mark, exclamation mark, from, in parentheses, then we write this string out here. Yay! Like this. So here's the final result. Trailing, exclamation marks, from, yay! And the returned result that it gives us will be this, because it removed all of the trailing exclamation marks for us. Oh, my throat hurts already. This is like my first video. I'm so angry.